Happy winter, everybody. I'm excited to show you today this cute sketchbook page of all of my favorite holiday decor from around my house. I'm using a pencil to lightly sketch out these little vignettes of decor around my house. For some reason, my ring light is particularly glaring in the middle of the page, so I'm sorry you couldn't see me draw those other things. I love painting and drawing these little moments that I enjoy looking at every day. So this is part of my shelf above my window. I'm going to paint this ornament that's my favorite kind of antique family heirloom ornament. I have some bells hanging over my stairs. I have two cute little picture frames where I painted the mats with acrylic paint markers, a little garland, etc. So I'm starting with this shelf area, and one thing I recommend when you're doing kind of a spread of different vignettes is to go color by color. So you can see here, I'm starting with the green, and I'm going to put in as much of the green as I can in all of these different paintings. So by the time I come back, the original is dry. So I'm doing these little short, little swoopy shapes. They're not swoopy shapes. They're little lines to be garland and little pine branches. I mean, these are all fake, but thank you, Michaels, for having these on sale all the time. I have a little wreath. I'm following the circle. I'm leaving space in between for some ornaments. And as I'm adding in this green, I'm using a lot of different greens on my palette, so it's not the same shades of green every time. And while the original layers are either still wet or have dried, I'll just add in some darker green to add some depth. Now on these paintings, the matte, I am doing more muted colors than what's really in my house, just because I feel like it. So that's good enough reason. Kind of this taupey pink background, and I'll add some stripes a little bit later. And then I just framed some cards that I got from Trader Joe's that are super cute, and that's a really cute little corner of my living room. This garland I made from, I think, just like cardboard boxes. I am really crafty this year. I'm feeling very homemade this year. And that's not every year. I mean, usually I have a crochet project, but I don't have one this year. So I've been enjoying making other types of garlands and decorations. I'm using a brown and not having every star be the same shape. That one's a little bit wider, and I'm also not having them be the same color brown every time. There's a little bit of variation. I'm connecting all of these stars together on my garland, having that run off the page. Now this part of the shelf itself was one of the hardest parts to paint. I'm putting in a darker brown for the actual shelf, and there's a little lace doily that's kind of draping over the side, so I'm leaving that. I really love my shelf above my window because I decorate it for the seasons. So right now the winter has a lot of layered things, and I'm excited to show you the details of that. I also have a little orange garland that, I sliced those oranges and dried them out. So you can see I went from green and then did the brown, and now I'm going into the oranges and reds. I'm also going to be using quite a bit of my metallic watercolor paint, which just adds some happy sparkle. Now this ornament that I'm painting is from, I think, my mom's grandmother. Because of my ring light being weird, it makes the metallic paint a little hard to see in the center, so I'm sorry about that. It's this beautiful, like old like silver with some stripes and some blue in the middle. So I'm gonna kind of nestle that into some pine branches because it's sitting on my mantle. on some garland. These bells, I just bought them from like the kids section at Michael's and strung them together and added the greenery and the bow above it. And I really love it. It's hanging above my stairs. These bells were hard to paint for some reason. The shapes got a little wonky, but I'm not too concerned about it. I made these stars a few years ago from this craft my mom sent me, and I kind of hang them around my house. So I like layering that. There's a print here. I'm adding in some ornaments now. That's cool. And kind of bopping around. This garland on my shelf has some fake berries. So I'm dropping that into the white spaces that I left behind. I really like painting art. I don't mean painting paintings. Of course, I love doing that, but like I like painting a room that has a painting in it and then painting that painting. I don't know why I think it's like really charming to do. So it's been a while since I've done like a room painting, but maybe I should do that. I'm adding some kind of darker brown metallic to give some shadows because this is a 3D star that kind of comes out. And then I'm taking some of that gold and making this gold garland string of baubles. And then another garland hanging down that has alternating red and cream. This year is the year of bows for me. So I'm going to be adding in a lot of these velvet bows that I had so much fun making. They're so, they're so charming. This doily, I'm using the flat side of my brush to add in these little holes of the doily. I mixed some blue with that silver paint to do this middle stripe. I'm gonna do a couple passes over this to add some shadow, to add some depth, so that it looks like a sphere instead of just a circle on the page. This blue bow as well will take me a couple of layers to get right. I like this kind of muted, almost silvery, like sweet little blue. It's not actually accurate to the picture. Like the ornament doesn't actually have this bow on it, but there's a bow like it near it, and I think that's so cute. I'm taking this kind of taupey creamy color and adding in those circles for the rest of that garland, and then another red to add this bow. Painting decor is a super fun way to kind of commemorate the season. And it's nostalgic in a way that just snapping a photo is not, personally, I think. And it can feel daunting, especially if you, like me, are someone who generally thinks like drawing is not your thing. Like I'm not an illustrator, although I like practicing drawing. It's not the thing that I feel confident with, and this feels like it requires a lot of drawing, and that's fine. What makes this so fun and special is not trying to paint the entire room or an entire scene, but little vignettes where you can kind of control the level of detail you want to include, and you don't have to get all the scale and all the perspective of a room correct. Instead, you can focus on the things you like about this corner of your house. You also can simplify. You don't need to include every detail. You'll see with these little frames, I'm adding in the cards that I framed, but in a really simple way. I'm just doing a couple little dots here and there and not making it more complicated than that. Another thing I recommend if you're feeling a little wobbly with the level of kind of like drawing required for this is to use a pen to do a lot of your details. I'll do some pen work later at the end when I'm finishing this up, but that's one where we're so much more used to using a pen or a writing utensil than we are comfortable using a paintbrush. And going over with pen the pen and ink style is just so gorgeous and makes your illustrations feel complete and detailed in a way that sometimes it's hard to capture with paint. Yeah, so those are my 2 tips. Go small, use pen. Now I'm flicking my brush and drawing out some of these branch shapes for the pine garland behind this ornament. I do the branch shapes and then I flick my brush out to do these little pine needles. I'm going to add several layers to build up the darks on here. I'm starting with this light green gold, although it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what paints you're using. We're going lighter to darker. Above my orange garland, I have a crocheted little bauble garland, which is white, so it's hard to show white on the white page, but I use kind of like a little creamy taupe color, and I think that shows up really cute. I have some black ribbon for my bow, tying this piece together. I'm putting in these little tree stands that I got probably from the dollar section of Target. You know what I'm talking about. Target will tell you what you need to buy. I'm adding in that light taupey gray color to show the white frame. And then I'm adding this very light gray shadow just to ground these. They're sitting on top of my bar cart, which I'm choosing not to include, again, because we can edit out the details we don't feel like painting. And I'm just dotting in a slightly darker shade so that they don't feel like they're just floating in the middle of nowhere. The insides of the bells, I'm using a darker metallic color to show the shadow inside there. And I'll add some shadow throughout the process until I am satisfied with it, but it takes a couple of attempts. This metallic paint is really fun to work with. It's kind of hard to get it activated. I wish I had kind of spritzed it with water before painting with it, but it just makes everything shimmer. I'm adding in some darker silver to try to make this look more spherical and kind of make it seem like it's actually sitting in the garland. Then I'm adding some darker blue to give a little bit of shadow for this bow. I'm going to do that to pretty much all the bows except for the black one. The black one's done. I had to look up so many tutorials on how to tie bows so that they actually look cute, and it's fun. It took a bit of practice, honestly. That red bow on the bells, I will end up fixing the legs hanging down. What? The ribbon of the bow hanging down. What is that called? It is kind of blending into the bells because I did that while it was still kind of wet. Whoopsies. All right, I'm going in with some darker green for some shadow, and I'm focusing on the center of the pine, so closer to where the ornament is, and leaving the edges lighter. And now I want a bit more shadow especially to show the blue stripe compared to the silver. So that shadow color will be a little bit different. Oh, I'm going a little bold. Here we go. Heck yeah. It looks very vintage. I think the bow, especially on top, just looks very vintage because of those. Yeah, I don't know, the color. I think it looks really cute. And I'm adding in some shadow underneath the bow where it would hit the ornament. This one is wrapping up pretty well. I only have a little bit more to go on this one. Yep. Okay, there it is. I'm adding in super dark green right along where the ornament is to really have it pop. That looks cute. I think I'm saying cute a lot in this video. I think I say cute a lot in all of my videos, but sorry, it's cute. It's a cute ornament. What can I say? Oh boy, I'm adding in some darker green to some of my other greenery as well. Actually, most of the other greenery. Now that it's totally dry, I'm adding in that darkest green. Um, and it just gives some depth. These are very like complex forms that we're kind of trying to simplify, but we still want it to have some depth. I'm adding in some little cross hatching, I guess, to my garland to make it look like crochet. Hopefully that um, shows through. And then my white gel pen, I'm adding some details to the bows, which I actually regret doing. I wish I had just left it the dark detail, so I might go in and adjust that. And then I'm adding in the white segments of my orange slice garland. That looks like oranges for sure. And then a darker brown. Now that these stars are dry, I just want to add some dark brown around some of the edges to give a little bit of dimension and have them just a little bit more interesting to look at. I'm not outlining the whole thing. It's almost like where there would be shadows, I guess, and darkening that string a little bit. All right, I'm adding in some darker shadow where the bow is going over the bells. Is this the correct color? I don't know. The bells seem a little wonky, but I think all together it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. Now I'm taking my pen. I told you using a pen to add in some details is a great thing to do. My record back there has some black writing on it. I decided to use some black for the doily as well, just defining those shapes. I outlined the ornaments on the wreath just very lightly, and those garlands as well. And one of the last steps, I'm adding in some white gel pen on those ornaments to give them a little bit of decoration. And then I'll go in with a darker version of the watercolor to add shadows, again, to make them look like spheres and not circles. No, I will say after I finished painting this, I did go back in and I forgot to record it, but I thickened up the wreath in the top right corner and kind of added a little bit more to the bells as well. So when you see my final pictures, you're gonna see some of those differences. And I did leave this space in kind of the center top for adding in a little writing. I wanted to put in Joyeux Noël, and I'm so embarrassed. I took like 6 years of French in high school and college, and I spelled this wrong. There is no A in this word. Oh my gosh. So silly. So ignore this. If you're French, please ignore this. And I end up fixing this. So just don't worry about it, okay? We're going to ignore it. I'm adding in some gold marker, little dots. When in doubt, you just add some dots. I could have done some splatter, something like that, but this is so cute. It looks like my living room. And I really enjoyed painting it and focusing on those details that make me so happy. So I encourage you to look around your house and see what brings you joy and see if you can add it to your sketchbook. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everybody. Bye.